What's up, y'all? It is your girl, Brand New, and I'm back in the building to talk about narcissistic fathers. Yes. I haven't talked about narcissism in a while. I will continue to bring up different topics and subjects on that issue because narcissism definitely affects, our world, our communities. There's so many narcissistic people out in the world. So, I definitely will continue to, keep the topics coming your way in regards to that. So let's get started on the narcissistic father. Basically, I'm going to be pulling from some experiences. I know other people have had some things I've seen myself. So this is what this is, going to be about. This is where it comes from. This is a lot of stuff I've seen with my own eyes. I've heard other people tell me, their experiences. And this is what I got from it. So let's get started with the list of traits that the narcissistic father has. And, what he basically does. The narcissistic father, number one, he's just selfish. He is all about himself. He's controlling a lot of the times. Everything needs to be his way and the way he sees it. These type of men are also very paranoid. They always think that you are trying to ruin their life when really you're just trying to get them to take care of their children. And, they refuse to do it, don't want to do it. These fathers, they think that the mother is supposed to do everything. And I know we hear a lot about deadbeat dads, and there are men that, mess up and then they get it together because, they really love their kids, but not with the narcissistic father. He never really thinks that he should get the kids on the weekends. He thinks the mother should do everything. He's often bitter because the mother has chosen to go on with her life without him. So he's very bitter, and he wants to punish her by not giving her money, by making it hard for her to go out and do the things that she wants to do. So he will try to, sabotage any relationships the mother may have with his family. He often will say things like, well, don't call my mother or my father or my cousin or my sister to watch the kids. They can't help you, and there's something wrong with them. They're sick and they're going through their own things. And which is crazy making if you think of it, because it's just like, this is the child's family, or this is, the children's family. They have the right to see family members, if they have a relationship with them. There shouldn't be a problem with that. But the narcissistic father doesn't see it like that. He's just all about him, his agenda, and what he wants. And he wants what he wants when he wants it. He doesn't want to be a father every day. It's just when he feels like it, and when he's went so long without seeing the child, then all of a sudden, he cares so much about the child all of a sudden. But let it be 2-3 weeks ago, you couldn't even get him to watch the child. He's making up excuses about, why he's not able to get the child. Well, I can't get her. I got to go to work, or I got other stuff to do. Don't call my family, though. Don't call them. We just can't help you. He wants to play you. He just wants to leave you stranded. He wants to bring a lot of heartache, a lot of confusion to your life. So, some advice, I would say, just stay away from him. Sometimes in life, you have to grant people their wish, and you have to stay away from them. It is for the betterment of you and your kids. And, I know it's hard, being a single parent or, dealing with this type of man. But you have to really make up in your mind, that he's evil. He needs help. He has not grown up. These men are a lot like narcissistic mothers. It's like they have not grown up to accept that they have responsibilities to these children, to be fathers, to take them places. They have not accepted that responsibility. They think the mother should do everything, and they can just kind of pop up whenever they feel like it and get the child when they want. And then if you stay away from this type of father, what he'll try to tell other people is, oh, she keeping the kids from me. She doing this. She don't want me to have a relationship with my kids. Oh, and did I mention a lot of times they don't feel like they should have child support because it's like, oh, well, I got you pregnant. I shouldn't have to do nothing. The child will just eat off of you. You chose to be single. And I know it sounds harsh as hell what I'm saying, but this is what these type of men say. This is how they think. They're very ignorant. They're very childish. They are disgusting human beings. And I'm a very big believer of karma, so I don't worry about these people. I just throw them away. Keep it moving. If you are in this situation, throw that man away. Get rid of him. Don't sit up there and make excuses. Oh, that's their father. Oh, well, it's not right. It is not right to put yourself and your children through that bullshit, through somebody else's ignorance. That behavior, talking like that, is so abusive. And a lot of times these men are physically abusive because they just feel like they should control everything. They feel like it's their right to treat you any kind of way. You're supposed to just keep putting up with it year after year, year after year, day after day, month after month. You're just supposed to keep putting up with all they bullshit. And then when suddenly you're done with them, all of a sudden, well, how my kids doing? Can I get can you send me some pictures of my daughter, my son? I want to know how they doing. Well, why you didn't care when the child was being brought around? Why didn't you care about the child when you were asked to watch your own damn child? You didn't care then. You were acting a damn fool. You were arguing. A lot of times these men, they like to argue with the child's mother. They have no relationship with the child's mother. When I say no relationship, there's no speaking. The relationship has been over years ago. And they want to argue over any little thing. You can kind of just tilt your head. They'll be, bitch, did you tilt your head at me? Any little thing. That's how psychotic and crazy they are. So stay away from these type of men, ladies. If this sounds like your child's father, stay away from him. He is no good. He is no good for your children. The children don't need to be around anybody that's like this man at all. It doesn't make any sense to put up with this type of man at all. But yeah, he makes everything about him. It could be about the children. Children going to the park, children going to Chuck E. Cheese, going to dinner. He'll turn all those plans around. Let's say if you have plans for the children, you want them back at a certain time, he'll try to extend the visit a lot of times, saying, oh, I don't ever get to see them, so let me keep them for a couple extra days. Or you say, well, no, I want my son and my daughter back at 7. He will extend it to 11 a.m. the next morning. Like, I'm for real. Shit like that. And I've had people tell me, man, I went through that. I was done like this. He did this. Very disrespectful. It is not hard raising these children when you have two parents that can be adults and come together. But when you're dealing with somebody that constantly has to fuck up everything, change everything at the last damn minute, it's like you're dealing with I'm not trying to be funny, but it's like you dealing with a fucking psychopath. They're crazy. And a lot of times I'll say this, what they'll try to do, because I had my homegirl, she told me this, they'll try to make it look like you're crazy. So they'll probably call you narcissistic. They'll call you bipolar. They have to project something on to you so people can focus in on you, but they the one acting a damn fool and everybody sees it. So yeah, stay the hell away from them. If you do have to see them, if they are acting violent and abusive, get they ass on papers. The stories in your head, ladies, mean nothing unless you get this man on papers. Document. Keep a journal of all the negative things he has said and did. If he's telling the kids certain stuff, document it. Get with your attorney. Let them know this is violent and abusive behavior. I refuse to put up with it. And the court, they should grant you that custody of your children. You may have to go through a little bit, but it is worth it for your kids. Trust me, you have to do that. These men they're not good people, and they won't realize it. They won't make a change. And sometimes there are these men out here where they'll make a change for a little bit, and they'll tell you they're going to church, and they'll be cool for a good 5-6 months, and then he'll act a fool because it's just in his nature. He can't help it but to act a motherfucking fool, to argue with you, try to put you down, call you names in front of the kids, try to hit you in front of the kids. That is what these men do. They are psycho, crazy. And you may be saying, well, I said this, or maybe I shouldn't did that, and it's just like you didn't do anything. You didn't do nothing but just come around, and he's having some type of crazy ass reaction to it because he's nutty as fuck. There are so many undiagnosed people out here in the world, you guys, that don't have meds, that may be MRDD. I'm not being funny. They may be MRDD and they have not been diagnosed, because you have to have something wrong with you and you keep acting a damn fool. I can't just write you off as controlling. You're crazy as hell if you're arguing and you got to fight and you got to call people out their name, and then you're just there to maybe drop your child off or pick your child up, and the person is acting a fool. So like I said, I've known so many people that have went through that, and it's just it's hurtful. It's hurtful to hear about that. I've seen some things through my own eyes you guys just wouldn't believe. Because you have a lot of crazy ass people out in the world, and that refuse to get help, that refuse to do their work. They refuse to watch YouTube videos on getting better and going to see a counselor. They a lot of times will refuse counseling. And a lot of times they got yes men around them, and their family don't want to realize that their family member is crazy and has an issue. And their family members are dumb enough to think that you're supposed to keep putting up with this behavior. A lot of times they do that. They think that you're supposed to forgive, and this person can keep acting a damn fool, dragging you through the mud, putting you through all this bullshit, and you're just supposed to go for it. But I say, hell no, don't put up with shit from nobody. Get rid of his ass, they ass, get rid of the negativity in your life, because you don't need it. Nobody needs that. Okay, another thing about the narcissistic father is he will stop other family members from having a relationship with the children. He'll say things like, well, I can't watch the child, so don't even think about calling my mom or my dad or my brother or my cousin or my auntie. Don't call none of them people. And you like, well, why? If you can't do it, why can't I call them and see if they can do it? No, they can't do it. They busy, or they sick, or such and such got cancer. I mean, for real, they will make up any excuses to not give you any help, because they just want to make your life a living hell, and they want to keep you in a hopeless situation, because they are evil. And I don't give a damn what nobody say, all narcissistic people, mother, brother, sister, cousin, father, are evil people. They are evil. They will not think twice about hurting another person. They don't care. And you really have to watch these fathers around the children. They'll whoop the child over very petty reasons. You used the bathroom on yourself. You coughed the wrong way. Did you just sneeze in just any little thing, they will try to whoop the child. So like I always preach to you guys, protect your motherfucking children. Don't give me no bullshit about, well, that's her father, that's her mother, I don't give a fuck who the fuck it is. Okay? Don't give a fuck. Don't care. Motherfucker is crazy. Stay away from them. Because all they go do is try to drag you in they bullshit and try to get you in trouble with the law. Trust me. Stay the fuck away from them. They're nuts. And like I said before, they try to control everything about the children. When they get picked up, they'll switch times and shit at the last minute to create confusion, to create control. Call the police. Don't deal with that bullshit. You have options. Don't put up with that stupid, retarded ass bullshit that they do. Don't put up with it. And a lot of times, I don't know if I touched on this, but I will go into it again if I didn't. They don't want to pay child support. Like I said before, they're narcissistic. They think you should do everything. They think